Hey everyone, it's Pat from Pat David Music, and today I'm going to show you how to play the blues, if you're a beginner, in every single key. So people always get into the routine or the rut of playing blues in just the key of A, but with anything music related or the arts related, you want to be able to play it in many different keys and be more versatile. So I'm going to quickly explain the theory, and then we're going to get straight into the practical. And I'm going to show you how to play the blues in every single key, and I'll show you a few different methods. So if you're just starting out, you can play it. If you're a little bit more advanced, you can play it, and I'll show you how to add on to it, make it a bit more unique and sound like you. So here's the times for the video. If you don't know any theory regarding the blues, it's really basic stuff, and I'm going to show you, and it'll all make sense within this video, so highly recommend checking out the theory first before the practical. Enough yakking, let's get into it. So when we're talking about the blues, we're talking specifically about the 12-bar blues. Have a look over here. So this sheet music, or this chart, there are 12 different bars. Now if that doesn't make sense already, that's okay. Just think of it as 12 different chords, or 12 different times you're going to be playing chords. Have a look. You can see A chords, D chords, E chords, that's it. So although there's 12 bars, which can seem daunting to begin with, you're only playing 3 different chords. And if you have a look, there's a lot of A chords, couple Ds, couple As, E, D, and then A. So think of it like a recipe. So that right there is the 12-bar blues recipe. So very quickly, I'm going to show you what this actually sounds like. So have a look at the top line. There's 4 A chords, so the very basic thing I could do would be to play an A chord 4 times. And then what does it go to? The next line down, it goes to D twice. Then back up to A. Then over to E. Now I added a little bit more rhythm as we go along, because it would be far more interesting to do this than just one chord. But if that's how you're starting out with, it's way more important that you actually understand this recipe and how it works out and where the chords go, than playing, you know, ridiculous amounts of shred but not actually understanding what's going on. So here's how I always remember what to play. So have a look. The first chord you play 4 times. Now let's say we're in the key of A. We start on the 5th fret of the 6th string. Drop down a string, that's your D chord. So every time you see a D, that's the note that you play, 5th fret, 5th string. Now every time you see an E, you just move up 2 frets, so 7th fret on the A string. And that's it, it's just those 3 frets. That's all you need to remember. So the last thing before I show you different rhythms and I show you more of a practical approach is just think, all right, well, that's the recipe right there. I know that those are the only 3 frets I need to play. So if you want to play it in any key, just move those 3 frets. So have a look now. On the tab below, that is all the different sort of frets and note names on the 6th string. So if we started this, have a look, if we started the blues on the 3rd fret, well, it would be blues in G, because we're starting on a G note. And then we go down, then move up 2 frets. It's only changed key because we're starting on a different note. That's all you need to think about. So whether you're playing the beginner method, an intermediate or advanced method, just think about you play 1 note, you drop down a string, that's your next chord, and you move up 2 frets and that's your last chord. That's it. Well done for making it through the theory. Let's have a look at the practical side of things. So how I would start playing the blues if you're just a beginner, have a look at that recipe, use 1 finger, that's it, and just play the bass note. So that's it. So look, we've got A 4 times. So you want to play 1st finger, 5th fret, 6th string, 4 times. Then drop down, what have we got? 2 D chords, all right, play that. Then back up, what have we got? 2 A chords, play that. Then drop down a string and go to the 7th fret on the 5th string, that's your E, once. Back 2 frets for D once, and back up a string for A, twice. That's it. Once you can play that, I know it doesn't quite sound like the blues, once you can play that and you understand what notes you're actually playing, then play every note twice per bar. So have a look. Instead of playing it 4 times, we would play the first line 8 times. That's 1 bar. 2 bars. Drop down string. So see, I was making a little bit complex with my pick, but all I was playing was 1 note. So it's way more important that you understand this recipe and the chord changes than trying to play something more advanced right now. Once you can do that, highly recommend trying to do it 3 times. So play each note per bar 3 times. So for A, we're going to play it 3 times. So that's 1 bar. Drop down. So that's all I'm doing 3 times. Once you can do that, try and play it 4 times. Try and turn it into power chords like this. So it's pretty much all you need to take away from this video is start with 1 finger, then try power chords, and remember that recipe. Start really simple, play 1 chord per bar, then 2, then 3, then maybe 4, try power chords. Try, you know, some of those noises where I'm just muting, add that in between. Makes it a little bit more interesting. But that's it. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. Again, it's blues and A because we're starting on an A note. If you move back 2 frets, it's blues and G. If you move it back 2 frets, it's blues and F. If once you start getting into blues in D or blues in E, then have a look below, use the notes on the 5th string, and then play that. So if we were on the 5th fret of the 5th string, we'd be D, so now it's blues and G. Exactly the same shapes, exactly the same pattern. Well done for making it to the end. Was it too hard, too quick, too easy? Leave a comment below and hit me on my social network, and hit me up on my social networks if you need more help. Otherwise, I'll see you again for another video. Bye.